We begin tonight with more woes besetting Taal evacuees. Some Agoncillo, Batangas residents found their homes swallowed by huge fissures and their livestock gone. We have with us News 5 correspondent Romel Lopez live from Batangas City. Romel.
Yes, Robbie, evacuees were briefly allowed to visit their homes in Agoncillo, Batangas last Saturday. Despite the town being inside Taal's danger zone, they knew the damage would be big, but they didn't expect it to be enormous.
Residents were allowed into the lockdown town of Agoncillo during window hours. In one area, the once even terrain now looks like a giant jigsaw puzzle. What used to be cracks ended up swallowing their homes.
Pagbalik ho namin ng Martes ng umaga, kalahati pa ho yan. Kalahati pa yung nakalutang sa bahay na yan. Nung Miyerkules nang kami bumalik uli, talagang lubog na ho.
Gilbert said the fissures now extend to the next town where at least 30 houses were affected.
Naku mula Lemery hanggang Puok, napakahaba, ay baka maraming kilometro yan. Siguro hindi 6 na kilometro yan.
A mainly agricultural town, Agoncillo residents race against time to either rescue or feed their means of livelihood. But cattle raisers here also complain of opportunists.
Ay tumatalaan ng 50. Ang presyo ko na rin ay 75,000. Kaya samantala na nila.
Eric meanwhile claimed to have lost cattle, pigs, and chickens from looters despite the lockdown.
Pagbalik nung umaga ako sasakay na sa bangka, wala na. Ubus na rin eh. Kaya yung aking bayaw, patay. Yung nga naman sinungpa, halos buwis buhay nga naman, dadat na may wala na.
Batangas police said they still have to receive a formal complaint regarding stolen property. But if there were stories of theft and looting, there were also tales of generosity. Rosemary, a poultry raiser, gave away thousands of chickens for free. She admitted it's now close to impossible to attend to the needs of the chickens.
Hindi kayo malulugi pa, no?
Lugi. Pero mas okay yung lugi with the cost kaysa yung mamamaho lang sila dito sa farm. So might as well share na lang sila sa nangangailangan.
Also in Agoncillo, authorities were able to rescue 2 mentally ill persons who were left behind during chaos. They were fed and given proper medical care.
Robbie, total lockdown was again imposed in Agoncillo on Sunday, with authorities citing potential danger residents still face from the restive volcano. Of course, residents now have reservations about the lockdown, fearing thieves as much as Taal's rat. Robbie.
That was Romel Lopez live from Batangas City. There have been many reported instances of looting, but the DILG officials assure that LGUs are on top of the situation. In fact, DILG says they themselves have yet to receive any looting complaints over the past 5 days. In any case, DILG Undersecretary Pimaco Densing says police are working round the clock to ensure that no animal or property is stolen.
As of today, wala namang casualty. The 3 deaths reported are not Taal Volcano eruption-related deaths. Preconditions yun.
Regarding the Education Department's proposal to find alternatives to schools as evacuation centers, the DILG says this is something that local disaster officers have to discuss first, as they have yet to identify enough possible locations where evacuees could be transferred.
Importante malalimang pag-uusap at ma-identify kung saan ba talagang pwedeng paglipatan bukod po sa mga eskwelahan ng mga lokal na gobyerno.
As for business owners who have reopened shop, the DILG is warning of the revocation of business permits of establishments operating within the 14-kilometer radius of Taal Volcano. It is also recommended that local government units stop allowing even window hours for residents to dash back into town to check on their homes.
Umaaray naman talaga yung ating mga negosyante doon, and we understand, but safety first before profit.
President Rodrigo Duterte, meanwhile, is pledging cash assistance to LGUs heavily affected by the Taal volcano eruption. 5 million pesos will be given to Lipa City, Agoncillo, Tanawan, Mabini, Batangas City, San Luis, Santo Tomas, and San Jose. Batangas province itself is set to receive 10 million pesos. The President has also asked Congress to expedite a supplemental budget of 30 billion pesos to set up large evacuation centers in disaster-prone areas. And all the concern is not just for humans. The Office of Civil Defense says animals too have increasingly become part of evacuation efforts. The OCD says the NDRRMC is evaluating how many animals exactly need rescuing, while there are no evacuation centers properly outfitted for animals, whether pets or livestock. OCD Assistant Secretary Casiano Monilla says they have designated areas in some centers for non-human evacuees.
So although hindi mo siya makakasama sa evacuation center, but there would be the different dream says would be able to at least cater to the plight of this para maalagaan din po siya. So parang i-check-in din yan siya.
In Barangay Balete, still in Batangas, where forced evacuation is in place, a one-time reprieve has been granted residents tomorrow for a limited time to move all their remaining pets and livestock from within the danger zone. As towns and communities struggle to recover, the situation for many individuals remain precarious, to say the least. At least 2 evacuees have died at temporary shelters in Batangas after being displaced by the eruption of Taal. Jenny Dongon with that story.
Instead of seeking refuge in an evacuation center, the De Rojas family were housed at a funeral parlor. Their matriarch Felina De Rojas experienced chest pain while at a temporary shelter in San Pascual, Batangas last Saturday. She then succumbed to cardiac arrest.
Stress, usok, pagod, puyat. Tapos siguro nag-iisip rin kasi nga ayaw nilang umalis, ayaw nilang malayo sa bahay kasi may mga alaga din pong baboy.
The families wish to have her buried in their hometown in San Nicolas, but the town is under total lockdown.
Ang pagdadala po ng bangkay sa San Nicolas ay maaga kasi umaga lang sila pumapayag na may pumasok.
Another evacuee died at an evacuation center in Santo Tomas, Batangas. 50-year-old Maria Teresa Valiente also suffered from a heart attack.
Kasi kahit sino man mapunta sa evacuation center talaga naman stressful. Even, not only yung stay sa evacuation center, but definitely yung pagka-evacuate nila. Kasi imagine naman yung situation na pumuputok ang vulkan and they have to leave their families or their belongings behind. Tapos and they have to stay dito sa evacuation center without knowing kung kailan sila makakabalik.
While deaths have been recorded in evacuation centers, there are no fatalities yet directly linked to the Taal volcano's eruption. Some evacuees, however, are now having skin ailments, like Father Billy Manggit, who is helping evacuees at the Padre Pio Shrine.
Makati talaga siya. So may ilan, yung isa namin kasama ding pare, na nangangati din ang katawan dahil yung pagpatak ng asphalt. Kahit pa nga namantal na yung mukha ko, tuloy ang misa.
Doctors reminded evacuees to wear appropriate face masks, especially those with respiratory conditions. They add residents outside the 14-kilometer danger zone shouldn't be complacent.
Meron pa din kasing mga fumes or mga ashes na binubuga yung bulkan na maaari pong makarating dito sa lugar dala ng hangin.
The Health Department has deployed medical officers to all evacuation centers in Batangas to closely monitor the situation. For News 5, Jenny Dongon, BR1 News.